Okay, I know it's quite dark, but I just want us to complete what we started on cellular injury, and this is a continuation. All right, so let's get into it. So remember, we said that there are various causes of cellular injury. Okay, that was in the previous video on cellular injury. All right, and if a cell is not able to adapt to a stressor or a harmful stimulus or whatever the cause of cellular injury is, what's going to happen? The cell will be injured. Okay, so cellular injury has two stages. There is the reversible injury and irreversible injury. All right, so this is what I'm trying to illustrate here on this board is the normal cell. All right, normal cell with the cell membrane. All right, the nucleus with nucleolus and chromatin, then the rough endoplasmic reticulum, then the mitochondria and lysosome. All right, so the normal cell. But what if the cell is exposed? What if there is something that causes injury to the cell? What's going to happen? There'll be this first step, reversible injury. All right, so what happens in reversible injury? You could be asked in your exam. A couple of things happens in reversible injury stage of cellular injury. The first thing that happens is that there'll be appearance of blebs, what they call blebs, okay, all over the cell, and then there'll be cellular swelling. So those two things, first of all, there'll be cellular swelling and then appearance of blebs all over the cell. All right, then the next thing that happens is that cell organelles too will begin to swell. So there'll be the swelling of endoplasmic reticulum. So the endoplasmic reticulum will swell, not just swell, it will also lose its ribosomes. All right, so you can see I tried indicating that here. Its ribosome will be lost, and then the mitochondria will also swell as well. So swollen mitochondria. Then there will be something else, a myelin figure that will appear in a cell that's undergone reversible stage of cellular injury. This myelin figure comes from degenerating cellular components like the endoplasmic reticulum. When it's degenerating, when it begins to degrade, this myelin figure will form. It's formed from phospholipids from the membranes of cell organelles. All right, so the last thing that happens is that there will be this nuclear chromatin clumping in the cell nucleus. All right, so that's it for the reversible stage of cellular injury. All right, cell swelling with blebs, and then organelle swelling like the endoplasmic reticulum and the mitochondria. There will be appearance of myelin figure and nuclear chromatin clumping. All right, so assuming the stressor is not removed, or whatever is causing cellular injury is still in place, the cell can actually go into an irreversible stage of cellular injury. Right, what I'm indicating with this arrow, irreversible cellular injury. Okay, and at this stage, what you see, the first thing you see is that the lysosomes will rupture, and lysosomes contain lysozymes that can go and degrade the cell organelles, their membrane, and this general cell plasma membrane as well. So that's the second thing you see, that there will be breakdown of the plasma membrane of the cell. That's why I indicated with dotted lines. Okay, and another thing you see that is the there will be amorphous densities in the mitochondria, so there will be no oxidative phosphorylation at this point. All right, and then a couple of things will happen to the nucleus at this irreversible stage of cellular injury. The nucleus, the chromatin in the nucleus would disappear. All right, and the nucleus will begin to shrink, and then the nucleus will begin to disintegrate. So that's it for cellular injury. Normal cell, because of a stress or whatever the cause may be, can undergo reversible cellular injury. Okay, and if the stressor is still there, whatever causes cellular injury, it can reach this irreversible state of cellular injury, which leads to necrosis, that's cell death, accidental cell death. So that's it for cellular injury. I hope this helps you. All right, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Yeah, that's